Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. Today I got on my boy Julio Ortiz. We're going to discuss balancing college baseball or just a college sport in general, our diet, and then exercising throughout all that. But first and foremost, like I always do, what's up, man? How's everything going?
How you doing, Greg? Doing well. Thank you for having me here today.
Of course. It's been I've been wanting to have you on for a few weeks now, but I know with my schedule, your schedule, I was like, it's pretty impossible right now. But I'm glad I got you on finally.
Nice.
But it's good to have you on. So I know you're in a cut. How's that going?
College?
No, in a cut.
Oh, I'm sorry. Cut. Yeah, my cut's going. My cut it's going well. It's before the season was starting, it was more fluent, but right now it's just a little like it's like a slower cut because sometimes I have to add some cheat meals in because I literally have no time. But other than that, it's going all right. It's better right now.
How long have you been doing it? So probably been a long time, right?
I actually started mid-January because I was on vacation in Puerto Rico, and I came back around mid-January. So from then till now, I've been cutting, but the first couple weeks were more strict on it.
Yeah, man. How much like where'd you start at with weight wise, and then like where are you at now? Or I
I
guess before the
was
season.
I was actually between like 194 to 196, like between that weight range.
Mm.
And actually, right now, I just weighed myself for the first time in a while, like 178.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
just
Yeah. I just started my cut March 26th, I think. And like I'm
okay.
doing right now for the season, obviously going super slow. So
Yeah.
I think I just got down this morning to 217. I
Okay.
started 226. So
Oh, that's good. That's wow.
it's 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 weird because like I want to feel hungry because I haven't felt that hunger. I've always just been bulking for years and years.
I hear you.
Yeah, so it's like I'm waiting to get that hunger and start losing weight, but like obviously with the season, I can't be dead.
Right, right.
Um, so you're gonna continue with the cut after the season, I'm assuming for the summer.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I maybe like get a cut until June or maybe even July and then maintain for like a month. But it all depends on just I'm just looking at myself like just constantly like,
Yeah, yeah,
I definitely want to I want to buy one of those the body fat percentage machines just to see where I'm
yeah.
at. But
I think it's a
um
Omnitrex or something, Omni something.
yeah,
Yeah, with
one
the
of those
grips.
things. Yeah, and then once August hits, I'll probably start another lean bulk.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm aiming like pretending I have a show like June, I think 14th I put. But
Yeah,
like same thing. I think baseball ends like end of or mid-May. So
right.
then if I get to 210 and I like it, I'm like, we'll just maintenance. But
Yeah.
but do you so I know you're with Spartan Meal Prep.
Right,
Um
right.
how does that work? Because I've used like a trifecta for meal prep,
Okay.
but you just get like I just get bulk meat. Do you just like pick the meals or do you send them macros and then they send you like meals through that?
I would just go over there and pick it up. Um, but like since I have like a little ambassadorship with them, I
Mm,
just they just tell me to go in the freezer, just get whatever. I get a few meals a week just so I could like shout them out.
yeah.
But if you're like a customer and you're trying to buy, yeah, you got the Spar Meal Preps, right? Yep,
Yeah.
there you go. If you're actually trying to like buy meals, you go on the website, sparmealpreps.com,
Yeah.
and you see all these lists of different meals, types of meals, whether if you're on a a cut or a bulk. And basically you just choose the meals and then they give me like a discount code that you guys could use. It's like Ortiz. You get like 10% off, like a discount code.
Mm.
Yeah. So I think they also do like nutritional coaching. I've never really looked into it, but yeah, they got breakfast there.
Yeah, they got a lot. I actually never honestly looked at the website, but I know
Yeah,
like yeah, I know you use it. Brandon DeJesus uses it.
right.
Um, but yeah, they got gluten-free, keto, everything. Damn. And actually, it's not even that expensive
It's
for
not compared to other places. Like
for what
there's
you're
another
getting.
place. Yeah, they're a lot more expensive some places, but they're pretty good with the prices.
Yeah. Damn. All right. I might have to start a little investment there.
Yeah.
Um, So with that being said, do you count your calories, or you just like bring it down? You're like, all right, I'll just bring it down this much. I'll eliminate a meal or whatever it may be.
So when I was actually doing a lean bulk, I was actually doing calculations, trying to figure out my macros and my calories. But this cut, I'm actually doing. I'm following a diet plan that my friend did when he was going to compete, because we were
Mhm.
like the same weight. So he was like, "Yo, just do this," you know.
Yeah,
Um, so it was like 6 meals. You know, I followed it. It wasn't easy, but right now it's kind of like I had to change some things up just because like time wise. So like for
yeah,
example, like my breakfast would include chicken, and instead of chicken, I'll just have a shake, because chicken, you know, just it takes me like 45 minutes sometimes to eat it. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It takes a while.
yeah,
But and then like before bed, it would be like ground beef alone. But instead of that, I'll just have, you know, casein. You know casein, right? It's like a
yeah,
protein powder that is it slows your digestive. It digests slower.
yeah, yeah.
But
Um, so yeah, it kind of goes in. I'm doing 5 meals right now. I've always kind of done 5 meals and just made them bigger, even when I was bulking.
right,
Um, but I know, so like for me, I'm sure you're the same. I'll have my first like 3 meals every 2.5 hours, like perfect, and
right,
then last meal's at 2, and I have practice from 3:30, and then I get out at 6:30, and I'm back
damn,
at 7:30, and then it's like, all right, it's like five hours in between. So
wow,
it's like it's probably the same, but maybe I don't know, an hour shorter than hour more than you, whatever it may be. Um, but that's kind of what I think you were talking about when it was like the season. You can't be going like crazy diet phase, everything like that because it's unrealistic.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, like I know I count my calories. I just started doing it for probably this is my third or fourth year doing it.
okay,
Um, but at first it was one of those things like I was kind of just annoyed of doing it because
yeah,
it's so just tedious. Um, and I don't blame you for not doing it. But at the but like if I did have like a Spartan meal preps, they have like the calories on and everything, right? Like the
yeah. They have the macros, yeah,
macros. Um, I probably wouldn't do it either, but
yeah, yeah,
honestly, um, but I found that doing it, at least in my case, because I get obsessed with it because I'm
right,
back and forth with it. It's like with the mirror and then sometimes a scale, but like the mirror is better. I can like see the changes or feel the changes more. Because I use it as like if I felt, say Monday I had X amount too many carbs or too many fats, so the next day I felt like crap or bloated or whatever, I can go back and be like, well, this happened because of that. But then in your case, it's like, oh, well, maybe I had that meal with whatever, so I won't buy that again from Spartan. But
yeah,
it doesn't mean it's bad. Doesn't mean
yeah.
Spartan had a bad meal. It just means he can't digest it as well or whatever. Um, but going with going kind of back into the balancing part of dieting, cutting, and everything like that.
Right.
Um, are you the kind of guy that gets up early and gets everything in, or stays up a little later, or both?
Actually, it's funny you said that. I actually just started trying to get up a little more earlier, because I found that after even having double headers, I'm like, man, I gotta at least get my meals in. So
Yeah,
um, also, I'd be doing some fasted cardio in the mornings, but I'll talk about that in a second.
yeah,
So what I do is I'll try to wake up around earliest like 6, barely 6, probably like 7 or 8, and I'll try to have my first meal. But like realistically, my main goal is to try and have my second meal by like no later than like 10 o'clock. But right now, I might have my meal in about an hour. So I try to have my first meal, and then after that, I give it about 2.5 hours, second meal, and then if I have my third meal by noon, you know, just it's just the dieting part, man. That's just difficult when it comes to cutting.
yeah. I think it kind of goes into the whole meal prep thing
Yeah,
because,
that,
like, obviously, like Spartan meal preps, it's made already, but like I know when like I have to like cook it, prep it, cut it up,
exactly.
weigh everything out. It's it makes it a little bit harder, but it's still doable. It goes out to
Right.
one of those things where people say like it's hard to get in meals and stuff like that, and like especially now, like for college, like online class, just turn your camera off, eat during class.
Exactly. I'm at the gym sometimes, but
Yeah. It's like bring a meal on the bus for us. Like I'm doing it tomorrow. I have to go to Scranton, PA, which is like
oh
two and a
wow,
half hours
jeez.
for a doubleheader. So,
We're gonna be in Philly tomorrow.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
who do you play? Is it
Jefferson.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Ours we play Marywood.
Marywood. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Um
was actually I was gonna actually talk about this real quick. Just so one of my meals, I usually try to have like a lot of protein throughout the meals, especially when you're in the cut. So I usually have these little Quest bars here, and then I have one of these because like
oh
these
yeah.
together add up to like 50 grams of protein. And then
Yeah.
this bar Quest, they're really high with fiber. So like the fiber is really good. It keeps you full, increases your satiety. It's like really important. So I'll give that up for a meal. So it's just quick and easy. So I just
Yeah.
made those adjustments.
That's what I'll bring actually for like games if I'm obviously there's a big gap between meals. I'll bring like protein shake or like a little bar just to like so I'm not just not eating for 5 hours. And it's like those little things, like you said, like so much protein in little packs that
Right.
like it's a 5 minute meal technically, but not really. But
Yeah,
it's better than just starving yourself. Um,
exactly.
so what were we talking about? Getting up late. I mean, getting up early, staying up late. Oh, damn, what were we talking about?
I was going to talk about the cardio.
Oh, yeah, fasted cardio.
Yeah. So what I do is like I actually did it 3 days in a row. I try to at least do it maybe 5 times a week. The goal is every day, but sometimes you just
Yeah,
can't because I can't wake up early up sometimes because I go to sleep late once in a while. But what I do in the morning is I'll drink my black coffee and I'll have a little bit of glutamine, and then I'll get right into it. Just fasted cardio, nothing in my stomach, just except the coffee.
mm,
And I'll do like a little hit workout in the mornings, just stuff like that at home. But it doesn't really matter what you do. I just like hit workouts for me because it's proven to burn fat the fastest, and it's
yeah,
also like especially that we're athletes. It's good to like get our joints going, do some movements. But
yeah,
as just a full-time lifter, you can honestly do whatever. It could be like a 45-minute incline walk, stairmaster, elliptical. But yeah,
yeah. I think that the one reel you posted of like the five, I think it was 5 or 6 exercises of like a hit.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
like those are one of those things like if you can move like that, like obviously if you're bigger, it's gonna be harder, but like
Right.
the low impact, even though you're still like on the ground moving.
Yeah,
And obviously with hit you can do it for 10 minutes or
exactly.
20
10
minutes
minutes.
whatever, and it's going to
Exactly.
just last long.
Right.
um and that's actually one of those things. My sister is a coach at this I don't know, Orange Theory Fitness. I don't know if you know of.
Orange Theory.
It's like I might as well just show it. It's kind of hard to it's like a boutique fitness kind of thing, but
Okay.
like she's a head coach there. And let's see what's Instagram. um and basically she has clients come in, and the whole premise is like hit workouts.
Oh wow.
So like see they'll have like the rowers treadmills here, and it's
Oh, okay. Okay.
um like a circuit training basically, but they have like um hit training like throughout the whole thing, and like they're coaching you like, all right, sprint for 40 seconds here, then do a base pace here. So it's like obviously a little more intense because they're hour classes, but
Right.
that's their workout. They're not doing this and then later going to the gym and training. um but I was just trying to just hit on the whole hit premise of it.
Right.
um um One question I have is if you had to lack in one of those like diet, training, or um diet, training, or like I guess sleep would be the third one. Which
Right.
one would you like, or which one have you, I guess, been like choosing to lack in? Just the other two like don't go down to.
Honestly, it's been the diet here and there because like a couple of weeks ago, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just eat whatever as long as I just let's say if I even go to Wendy's, I'm like, all right, just get a chicken sandwich because it's chicken, but at the
Yeah,
same time it's bread. But it's been the diet, but right now, I mean, I did good these couple of days, so um right now I'll just say with all those three options, I'll say probably the diet. even though it's getting better now.
Yeah.
The sleep is actually it's all right. It's not bad, at least 7 hours. So
Yeah. Do you see any differences in your sleep when you cut?
honestly, I do. I sleep better. Yeah,
Yeah. I
a little
mean,
bit.
I
I
usually,
mean, the thing is, I'm hungry all the time, so it's just like I get tempted at night. So it's like I try not to stay up too late.
yeah, I'm still waiting for that to kick in the cravings because
Yeah.
because there's a difference. Like I want to eat ice cream, pizza, but like I don't crave it.
Right.
It's just
Yeah.
like I'm so used to having like once a week a cheat, but like
Yeah.
I know probably in 3 weeks, like now that I said this, probably tomorrow I'll be craving something.
It was like
Um,
that at first, honestly. Like I would be craving so much stuff, and then like I'll get used to my diet, and then I'll have it once a week, and then there was a time where I just had a cheat meal 3 days in a row, and I was just like, man, I can't stop now. It just
it's the binges,
yeah.
but it's I'm lucky that like I used to do that so much, like probably my freshman or sophomore year, I would just be like, because I was like maybe 195, and
Okay.
like I was like shredded for no reason, just because I was like eating 3 meals a day,
Yeah.
and I would just be like, oh, I'll have like two Ben and Jerry's tonight, just whatever, just because I want it, and
Right.
then, but like I'd be like feeling good, then tomorrow like all the dairy would be freaking killing me,
Yeah.
but so you say like you get up at 7, you have your first meal at actually, let me ask this first. When do you usually have practice? Is it like a 3:30 p.m. kind of thing, or is
It's
it
early.
like
It's usually at 12 to 3:30. Well, it's 12 to 2 right now, and then we'll have hitting groups after for like an hour. So we'll probably be done
okay?
around like 3 o'clock.
So you try to get in what you said 3 meals before practice,
2 to 3 meals, roughly.
two,
Yeah, 2 to 3.
and then do
Depends.
you practice and then come back eat and then go right to the gym, or do you like going later at like 8 p.m.?
It honestly depends. Like if I have a class at a certain time, I'd probably try to go earlier, or if because my class schedule is like late, so like I have a class sometimes at 8 p.m. to like 9,
Oh, okay.
and on Mondays it's like a 6 o'clock class, and then after that I have the 8. So like I'll try to maybe go before that. But yeah, I'll definitely try and come home first after every practice and eat, no matter what the schedule is.
Yeah, yeah. What's your current split right now?
So right now, it was actually like a chest, triceps, back, biceps, and then I'll maybe do shoulders and maybe like a little triceps because I hit chest and tris, and then
Mm,
legs. So it was like a 4-day split. But now I actually had to adjust it to like a 3-day split. So like a push, pull, legs. So like push is literally shoulders, chest, and triceps.
yeah.
Pull with back, bis, and then legs.
Did you change that because of like you're getting worn out because of baseball, or is it just changing?
Yeah, because I mean, honestly, this season's very unpredictable. So like, I mean, they'll probably reschedule a game or something. So I'm like, all right, if I can at least at minimum get to the gym for 3 days, 4 days throughout the week, at least hit every muscle group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe twice, but yeah, that's
Yeah,
probably that.
it's one of those things like I don't know if I liked obviously whole COVID situations is not good, but I know like previous years like we would have games like Mondays or it would be any day of the week besides Sundays that we can have a game. So like
Yeah,
you kind of be screwed like no matter what you train, like you're gonna be
right,
sore no matter what. But I know for my conference we actually did for like 90% of the time a game on Friday and then two on Saturday. So I was like,
right,
all right, I'm gonna change my split to that. So I was like, that's one thing that I mean, but then of course next week we have a game on Tuesday, so it makes no sense.
right.
But I like just like you I had to change my split up like 3 times. And it's like there's no matter how much recovery you do or how much like deloads or whatever you want to call it, you're gonna be sore from whatever you
Exactly.
like you're gonna be sore on your legs, arm, whatever it may be. And you're gonna have to go. It sucks, honestly. I mean, you've been through it. You can't go as hard in the gym because you're sore or you're like, oh, I got a game in 2 days.
It's
It's just
mainly the
like,
legs, man. For me, my legs, they just for some reason I can take my amino acids and they're still sore for like 5 days, no matter how hard. Or I don't even have to go that hard. You're just still sore. So like I
Yeah.
stopped squatting because like I was getting really tight in my hips. So I just started doing more lunges.
Mm.
But yeah, my legs were just that's the only thing.
Are you still playing outfield?
Yeah, I'm an outfielder, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's horrible. Like I did legs. What's today? Friday, 2 days ago,
Okay.
and like hamstring, like the tie into the hamstring glute. It's like,
Oh my
oh
gosh.
man,
Tell
and
me
like
about it.
the sprinting, and then everything, and if you dive a few times, it's like a constant like cycle. Um, yeah, it's.
What position are you playing? You're a pitcher and
Oh, actually, I stopped pitching my freshman year.
uh
Yeah, because I had a slight tear of the UCL. So
I had the same thing my
after
senior
that,
school, little
yeah,
strain, but
it sucks. But I've been playing center and here and there. I haven't played too much. And then the last game actually, they put me in left, and I think today I'll start again because I did well. But
right.
one of those things, we'll see what happens when I show up.
Yeah, I hear you.
But yeah, even when I was actually we'll go into little injuries actually. I know for myself I've had an injury every single year, so that's why this is actually my first legit cut. And of course I'm injured again. Um, but have you have any injuries that like have not minor injuries that have impaired like the gym, taking like a sport out of it?
Well, I've had some like a knee injury, I believe a lot like well, this was high school. But I remember my knee being a problem because like I had like a bone bruise and every time it would get
Mm,
cold, like I'll start feeling it.
yeah.
But other than that, trying to remember. I know I had an arm problem. My UCL was strained, but it just kept me off from pitching. I was still able to play the outfield. But and I had a partial labrum tear in my left shoulder. So like it would I forgot. I don't even know how I got that. I think I made a diving catch one time in high school and I landed wrong. And it just got so bad where I couldn't even hold a push-up position.
Yeah,
But
that's you're like the third or fourth person I've heard that like a dive, they've torn like the glove side
yeah, yeah.
labrum. It's crazy how like that a little shit like that happens. But
Yeah, but right now I actually might have to I'm having a problem around my groin area. I have to get like surgery for it.
really,
It's nothing severe. It's just something that happens in the cold. I'm just really my body just isn't well in the cold for some reason. But
yeah,
uh,
it's um so you can still like run and stuff now, or you just feel it?
I could run if it's cold. Like I can run, but it's like I have like bothers a little bit. But
Yeah,
I'm still able to do okay. I can't perform at my max capacity, like my max, but I can get enough done.
yeah, yeah. I've had. I was talking to my friend actually about. I've had all my injuries have been related to baseball, which is kind of
Right.
funny because it's
Yeah.
like compared to like weightlifting, it's not as like traumatic to the body, but I guess it
Right.
is. Um, Freshman year, like I said, the UCL, which I didn't have surgery, I'd had like a injection. And then sophomore year, broke my wrist, so that was fun. And then last year, COVID. So, and then this year, I got into a car accident like January
Uh,
or February 6th. So then I like sprained like my AC joint, like right here. So like I haven't done any pressing, no flies for like 3 weeks. So it's like it's funny.
that's rough.
I tell my friends every year like I bulk up, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start cutting, and then I hurt myself, and I'm like, all right, lose 10 pounds. Start the bulk. All right, break my wrist, lose 10 pounds, and it's like every year COVID, lose 10
Exactly.
pounds. It's like, oh my god,
Yeah, it's just
this
gonna never
year,
win.
yeah, it's like never, yeah, it's never ending, and I'm like, watch me like finish baseball this year, then something else stupid shit happens. I'm like,
I'll
oh
probably
my
be
god,
like just tiptoeing every time, make sure like, get
yeah,
out of my house, look around, just,
yeah,
walk.
yeah, no crossing the street, nothing like that.
Like
Just gonna,
triple looking like on the streets, just
yeah,
trying to,
yeah, it's accident prone, I guess.
yeah.
Um, so I know you've cut for a few years now. I remember seeing like old photos of you, like even I think in high school, you would like do the whole cutting
I
bulk and cut?
I wasn't actually into it. Actually, in high school, I just didn't know what I was doing. I was just always a skinny kid in high school. My metabolism was freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Um, Hold on, sorry, I'm getting a call. My metabolism was just insane. So I started actually getting into bodybuilding itself my freshman year of college, and it was a little rough experience. I just was like, I told myself I got to gain weight because I was always like 155 pounds, like around the area. I was like, man, I got to gain weight. That was one of my biggest insecurities. So I just started eating. I was like, my friend told me about calories. I'm like, you know what? I just went in a huge calorie surplus, just eating whatever I want. Like, I'm telling you, it was the worst bulk I've ever did. Just muffins, chocolate chip muffins, this and that. I'm like, all right, 4,000 calories it is, just whatever. So I put on, I got up to like 178, but it was just, it wasn't the weight I wanted, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But then that summer, I kind of ended up cutting down just for playing baseball. But I really got into the whole diet and macros thing. I would say like 2019 fall. That's when I actually started, looking into macros.
Yeah.
And did a lean bulk. But yeah, it was a whole experience.
So yeah, no, I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever. I feel like I've tried to do that because I've eaten like 4,000 plus calories. I've tried to get like, almost try to get like the bad weight on so I can bring it down. And it's like I have a fast metabolism too. I just can't get up. I'll get up like 10 pounds. I can't get any more. And it's
Really,
like, yeah, it's like annoying, but I guess it's good. I don't
yeah.
know. But do you have any plans to compete in X amount of years, or you just want to do it for like lifestyle wise?
I definitely want to compete. At least start with men's physique.
Yeah.
But obviously when I'm out of college, because it's just to
Yeah.
compete in baseball, it's like it doesn't really go together. But
Yeah.
so once I'm out of college, then I'll probably definitely be looking to compete for men's physique.
You said to start out, do you want to go eventually to classic? Or
Eventually, yeah. But my main thing is I want to do everything natural. I'm not trying
yeah,
to
yeah.
you know. But
Yeah. Men's physique is definitely attainable. Like to
it
be
is. It
good.
just changed so much, man, throughout the years. Like seeing Jeff Said and then looking at Raymond Edmonds and these guys,
Yeah.
Brandon, like,
Yeah.
like
It's crazy even seeing Brandon like 5 years ago and then now. It's
yeah,
like his shoulders got like a foot wider. It's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I don't know if I'm gonna go the route of men's physique, even though I think it's the smartest route because you can like go into it.
Right.
Um, but are you a senior or junior?
I'm a junior. I got another whole
Junior.
year.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. All right,
yeah.
yeah. I'm going to grad school after this year, but like I'm
Okay,
still like I'm gonna go like 2 years and try to compete too. But
okay.
I'm back and forth men's physique or just go and just do classic. Um,
Yeah,
but that's the time that's gonna be fun because I'm sure you're thinking the same. Like once baseball's out, like bodybuilding is just gonna replace it, and
pretty much.
it's just gonna be one of those things like wake up class, or for me, wake up class, gym, study, go to sleep, repeat for 3 years. Or it just replace work for you or whatever you got going on. It's just that's what I can't wait for because it's like the stress of because baseball is always on your mind in college or whatever sport you're playing.
Right,
You're
right.
always like, all right, what time's practice today? You're always looking in the chat, like, what are we doing today? Tarple?
Exactly.
Okay, all right, this and that. But it's definitely one of those things that I feel like everyone at Signature has like plans to compete or at least does poses or something like that.
Right,
So
right, right.
it's going into that. It's like one of those. I feel like those atmospheres that are just like it's like you can't compare to. It's only like a handful of gyms you can compare to with that
Right.
atmosphere of just like I know when I go in there with or without my dad when I work out, it's just like you just get like you're ready to train, you're ready to work out. It just feels so much better.
I was gonna say I always see your dad, man. He's in really good shape, man. You guys are awesome together, man. Like teams, it's like that's pretty cool.
It's funny. I gotta tell him that it's funny. He always goes like once a week. He tells me when I'm talking to him, he's like, "Yeah, everybody goes, oh, you're in pretty good shape, man. Oh, how old are you?" He's like, every time someone says that, he's like, "Oh, how old are you? How old are you? How old are you?" And he's like, "You can't just say hi." Can't just say what's up.
Yeah,
I'm like, I mean, you can't blame them. I think he's 56, and he's
that's my
like,
dad's age. My
I
dad.
actually, I feel like I've seen your dad a few times there.
Yeah, yeah, he's there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's
Um,
doing it too. He's
it's it's and it's great that it's 24 hours too. Jesus, that's such
yeah.
a lifesaver.
So
Um, I know you're with, yeah, I know you work out with the same two, three guys, right? At Signature.
yeah, yeah, my friend Kyle and Raphael and also Kevin. So like sometimes I'll work out with Kyle and Kevin, sometimes Kyle or Raph and
Yeah,
Kyle. This, but these couple of days I actually got alone just because like our routine's just different, our schedule's different.
yeah.
So like, just been going alone for a little. But
Um, I think I met Kevin. He goes to college with you, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I met Kevin. I think a few months ago when we were hitting.
Okay.
And I think I met. I think I
Oh
met
yeah, yeah,
Kyle.
yeah.
I think I met
Kyle.
Kyle like once when you were squatting, but
Oh yeah,
yeah, right on the track.
yeah.
But yeah, they all seem like they're all like, are they all cutting too? Because they all seem like pretty ripped up or going for that.
I know Kevin's on a bulk because he just wants to gain. Kyle's
Yeah.
on a Raphael. That's the one I'm following the plan that he gave me because
Oh,
he
okay.
was supposed to compete last year, but COVID messed it up.
Yeah.
He was his physique, but yeah, he's currently I think on a bulk, and then he's gonna soon cut, but he wants to bulk up to like 215, 210. But he's like right now probably like 185, 180.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but
What is he competing? Men's physique?
men's physique right now. I know he eventually like he wants to get into classic, but right now he's gonna just do men's physique.
Yeah. Yeah. It's such like, I feel like the last probably year and a half, like there's been so many guys have jumped from men's physique to classic, mainly like mainly the guy Logan Franklin.
Yeah,
He's one of those guys that for first of all got way bigger, like insanely
yeah,
bigger in like such a short time.
right.
Um and I feel like who else did it? There was one other guy, or maybe at least was talking about doing it. I feel like it was like Jeremy Buendia, but then
Okay.
again, I think those injuries, he has like something with his neck. I think he needs surgery on.
Yeah,
So I guess that's out. But one of those guys like Logan, like actually I gotta pull him up because it's actually like
yeah.
every time I see it, insane.
That's actually my friend Raphael. That's like his favorite bodybuilder because he actually met him personally one time, and they love cars, so it's like he's always like
Okay.
they always play. They played. I know they played like Call of Duty once or some game together on
What?
Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
but I actually
actually
saw him. Yeah, wow.
that's crazy. And it's crazy how I feel like in this, yeah, I was gonna say this, the New York Pro in Olympia, he was like way better than this, which is insane.
Yeah, I saw. I
Oh,
was
there it is.
actually there for it was like the
Yeah,
prejudge. I think. Yeah, it
yeah,
was just. I think they kind of low key did him kind of dirty. Like I think he had a tremendous back, man. Like his back is just
yeah,
amazing. But then again, the pro level is just really hard.
yeah. Like I remember, let's see, where is it? Like it's crazy. I mean, it's crazy that he's obviously still young and he's gonna put on so much more size.
Right.
And obviously, like his shape is good for men's physique and like the whole waist part. Let's see. Um, but I honestly think it was smart too when he was calling out Chris Bumstead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, it's funny at first everybody thought he was actually like hating Chris Bumstead,
Yeah.
but you just do it to put your name out there, and like there was no hate between them. It was just literally just getting his name into the talk, which it did. Oh yeah, here we go. Like look at that difference.
He's always had he had good legs, so because in
Yeah,
men's physique you don't see legs, but yeah, I think he's a good fit for classic. And that was his first year too, so it's not like
yeah,
but yeah, he has
um,
a lot of potential. He's right there.
yeah. And I think he's with was it like a cement factory or something like that. I think he's still with them. That coach, I forgot his
Yeah.
name. But like every athlete they have is like to the bone shredded. Um, but um, so I know you talked about when we were talking about competing. you want to stay natural? Is that lifetime, or do you want to start out and see as far as you can get?
I want to see as far as I can, like as far as I get, definitely, because I know your body hits a plateau.
Yeah.
So I definitely like I don't want to push stuff. Like I want to stay natty as long as I can for sure. But that just time will tell on that one. But for now, I definitely want to stay natty.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. It's like
Yeah,
one of those things. I want to see how far, because there's. I'm obviously you're gonna if we start taking like tests right now, obviously we're gonna get bigger,
right.
whatever. But like there's just such a huge difference. Because I'm sure you see guys, whether it be on Instagram or Signature or whatever, where like they're our age or a little bit younger and they're taking stuff, and you're like,
Just you could just tell like sometimes the rear delts are just crazy or just
yeah,
like
or like
little
the
things.
back acne, and they're like, I'm like, bro, you're 185. Like, why are you taking tests?
Yeah, exactly.
Or
Like especially when you're young, your body's full of testosterone. You know what I'm saying? So it's
yeah,
just like
you don't really need it because it's like you said, if you're young, you don't need testosterone because
you really don't.
it's. I think it's like your body stops growing at like 23 or something. Like
Yeah,
when you're fully developed, it's 23. But like there's some guys who haven't taken stuff till like 25, 26 because
yeah,
they've just kept progressing. That's what I want to do. It's like
yeah,
I almost have in my head I want to chase something, but like in 5 years, like you said, it's with time. Um, but like right now, I'm progressing. I'm sure you are too. It's like
yeah.
there's no need for it, and we're not competing. Like
Exactly.
it's so dumb. Those are one of those things that like it's like one of those pet peeves. I actually saw my friend yesterday, um, from baseball. I haven't talked to him in like a few years. And he put like a before and after, and he was like,
Mm.
"Yeah, just because of this, I got." He said a drug. I don't want to say it. Um, like thanks to this, I got way bigger. And I was like, first of all, why are you posting that?
Yeah. Just,
Like, so dumb.
yeah.
Oh man, it's one of those things. Like I said, it's just like pet peeves. It
Hmm.
makes no, and he's not even going to compete ever. He just does it for like I
Just
guess
a little.
the
Yeah.
yeah the beach whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't plan on doing that, man.
yeah, there's no way. Um, so I know one thing because I know you did say you did cuts maybe 2 or 3 times. I know we were talking about it. Um, are there any like tips or tricks that you have gone and like used over the years that like maybe make it a little bit easier than like just going into it full steam ahead like and start dieting like crazy?
Well, last year was actually my first cut, and when I actually started cutting, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just take all the carbs out and just like I didn't know what I was doing. I'm still
Mm,
learning.
yeah,
So I was like, I'm gonna cut all the carbs, just eat protein, and that the thing is, you need carbs because you don't want to lose muscle. Like it's just
yeah,
you
yeah,
don't want to take everything out, so you have to kind of slowly get into it. So what I would do in transitioning from a bolt to cut is make your last cheat meal great. That's all I can say. Just really enjoy it.
yeah,
And then once you get into it, I'll just start taking, let's say you're having on your bulk, let's say you're just having 300 grams of rice, for example. When you're getting into a cut, I would like every like week just take off maybe like 20 to 30 grams of rice, slowly just start decreasing the carbs.
yeah,
And basically just see how your body reacts to it, but keep the proteins high all the time. Still take. I actually hopped off of creatine when I was on my cut, just
mm,
because I want my water. I don't want water weight. I'm just trying to cut. So I just went off creatine, drink a lot of water because that helps a lot with the vascularity, and plus it's just water is good for you.
yeah, digestion
um,
wise and everything. Yeah,
yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't stress it out like crazy. Just basically like if you're not a guy who's very like into like just calculating all this, just you know lower your sugar intake for sure. Try to avoid added sugars.
yeah,
I mean, sugars, a lot of sugar is not good. Maybe just having a little bit, that's fine. But at
yeah,
least 30, no more than 30 grams a day, I'll say, of sugar. And
yeah.
definitely fiber.
um Actually, when you were talking, I thought of another question. So whether it be in the last cut or this cut, if you have any plans on doing it, do you have any either cheats or refeeds when you like towards the end of the cut, or you just try to just keep it the same throughout?
So like, I definitely have a cheat meal for sure. Like, I'm just like, you know what, I gotta just enjoy it. But
Um, I've I feel like I'm definitely gonna be the same. And like I said, like since I don't have cravings, I don't feel like dead. Um, I feel like I'm gonna lean towards like a refeed of just like 300 grams of rice or sushi or something, just so I can enjoy
yeah,
something.
yeah,
Um, but no, yeah, I think it's smart to do that because at least mentally, just because
right.
you need that.
I
Um,
wanted to I kind of wanted to mention one thing, just a little shout out to my girlfriend. She's actually a Zumba instructor, and she actually does the hit classes as well. She's like at Signature. She
yeah,
does the things. So like I'd be following, like when I do the hit workouts is with her, or like, like I'll get the video, like she'll send it to me, like, but
yeah,
she kind of kicks my butt all the time with that. Just
yeah,
Lee's Moran, shout out, love you, but
yeah. I follow her too. Liv Moran, right? I think it's her
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Outfit.
Um, oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, she's going. Even when it's just like Zumba, it's like people. It's way harder than people think.
Yeah, it is. I
Way
actually took
hard.
Zoom for one time. I was like, damn, but you gotta be really flexible with your hips. I'm not the best dancer, but
Yeah,
she kind of helps me with that.
it's funny. She like kicks your ass on that, and then you go like, "All right, let's go train legs," and then it's
Yeah,
opposite around.
basically it's
Um,
like a switch. But,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna go into some questions here.
right.
Let's see. Been 40 minutes already. Freaking flew.
Oh wow.
Um, let's see. Do you remember the first time we met?
I do actually. Was it Prep Baseball Report?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
PBR.
Red
Yeah.
Bank, yeah, Red Bank. I remember that. Let's see. Would you rather be called skinny during a peak bulk or fat during prep?
Honestly, skinny. Well, actually, yeah, that's actually tough, man.
Right?
Skinny. I don't like being fat, but skinny. Because at the end of the day, you still want to. I always want to be bigger than how I am. So it's I'd rather just
Yeah,
all right, skinny. All right, gain more muscle. Like it's just all
yeah.
mental.
I feel like if I was in a peak bulk, I'd be like, I know I'm not skinny, so
Yeah, they're just trying to mess with me, unless they're
yeah,
comparing me to like Sebum or something.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Who is someone outside of the realm of bodybuilding that it's inspired you to push further in life, like David Goggins, Eric Thomas, The Rock, etc.?
Honestly, believe it or not, like one of my favorite celebrities is Tim Tebow, just because like what he's been through. Like he's just NFL, he kind of did him dirty, then he transitioned to baseball. I mean, he had a lot of hate, but then he's a
Yeah,
good guy and he's a Christian, so it's like he has a lot of like, love too.
yeah,
But, he was always a guy that I liked, very positive. He went through all this stuff and was still able to,
yeah.
get to where he was. But
He's one of those guys who like just was always for some reason like the butt of the joke, and it's like
exactly.
I always felt bad because I was like he's not like an a-hole. He's just trying to
Yeah,
just play a sport. But
exactly. Very humble guy too.
yeah, I think I'd either go with lately it's been Jocko Willnick lately. I don't know.
Taco, my baseball coach, man, he's like that's his idol. Like he buys his drinks. He makes us watch videos sometimes. Like it's just yeah.
Yeah, I've been lately watching probably the last week or two, just hearing him speak. He can say whatever. He can say literally whatever he says. It just sounds so much more intense.
Right, right.
Just it's just like and all the stuff he's been through, obviously in service and stuff. It's just like he has like that knowledge, like experience of knowledge and stuff like that, or knowledge of experience.
Right.
Let's see, it's too easy. We kind of talked about this. Is it okay for a tall person with insanely fast metabolism to utilize multiple cheat days, or should they try to just eat a shit ton of clean food?
I would just keep it lean. Just eat a lot, but keep it lean. Definitely just have a cheat meal once a week. It just depends how serious you want to take it. But like
Yeah,
what I did was just at first, it was just, I mean, reckless, just eating whatever, and then I gained the weight, but it wasn't the weight I wanted.
yeah,
I'll just say, just keep it as lean as possible. Just be in the calorie surplus.
yeah. I think it's one of those things too. Like if you're just starting out, you have to see how your body reacts. So like
Exactly.
I think for you, and I don't know for me, like one cheat meal a week in addition to like eating in a surplus, like with clean food, like that helps me build weight. But some guys like hard gainers, they can have two or three, or like
Right.
the weekend they can just eat whatever they want and then clean food, and
Yeah.
like that works for them. Um, so like definitely what you said, and then play around with it for the first maybe month, and then you'll know, like have an idea at least of what you got to do.
Yeah.
Um, how to get over paralysis by overanalysis and just fix the thing slash put in the work. Um, yeah, you know what that is, right? The paralysis by analysis, over analysis. It's like basically like overthinking that like you're so you don't know what to do that you basically just ruin whatever option you do choose.
Okay.
Um, I
Yeah.
I think it goes into one of those things like just confidence, self esteem. Like even if it's the wrong choice, just do it confidently, and you'll
Yeah.
have a better chance of succeeding, even if it's the incorrect option.
Right.
What do you think? 'Cause I know it's kind of individual.
At the end of the day, you're always going to learn something. Like, like for example, what I did in my first bulk, or, I didn't know what I was doing. I was very discouraged because, I was always lifting since I started at 13 going to signature, but, I
Mm,
just, I was just working out, that's all I did. I just had a passion for it. I've always wanted to move around,
yeah,
but, I would just never gain the weight. And this was going on for years. And it was just like, I would get discouraged. I'm like, man, like I put so much work in, I don't even know what I'm doing. But honestly, I would just surround yourself with people that know a little more than you for sure. Make friends, and then you just take some of their knowledge, and then you try to see where you can go with that. Um,
yeah.
that's kind of me a lot with that.
I think it's too to point out with the going off the people around you. Like you don't always want like yes men around you. Like you want someone that says like say like you're going for a show
Yeah,
or whatever. Like you say like you don't want everybody to say around you that oh you look great man. You want that
yeah.
one
You
or
want
two people.
honest.
Yeah, like your legs are looking a little down. Like you're not as like shredded as you think, which
Yeah.
sucks. But like day of the show, you're gonna be grateful for them.
Couple of my
Um,
friends, my close friends, we always just goof on each other. We call each other fat, like yo, you're looking fat today, or yo, you're skinny, you're like skinny fat. Like we just insult each other, but like friendly, just busting our chops.
yeah,
But
yeah,
at the end of the day, they're gonna be honest when they say like you slacking on this. That's the main thing. Sometimes people are worried about getting offended a lot on things,
yeah.
but honestly, you always want the honesty. You know,
It's funny. It's one of those things like what we say back and forth to like our gym buddies or whatever you want to call it, like can be offensive, but because it's them, they know you're obviously kidding.
exactly.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, so it's like take it with a grain of salt. Obviously they're kidding, but know that sometimes they're going to be serious. But like you have to take the criticism because that's why they're there.
that's what makes you grow. Also,
Yeah, exactly. Thoughts on deloads and how often do you deload, if at all?
deload with like
So like, um, so I'll explain like mine. I did in like the winter.
okay.
I would go like 6 to 7 weeks of like hard training to failure, rest pauses,
Oh,
um,
okay.
stuff like that. And then like I'll do 2 3 weeks, and I'll just do like no drop sets, no pushes to failure, only maybe one less set to failure, and just try to get blood into the muscle. And then after 2 3 weeks, go back into it.
Yeah, so deload. I actually never done a deload, believe it or not. I just trained the same way for a while, but it's something I'll probably try. Like I know I'll train volume some days.
Mm,
Like definitely I'll do that. So um I actually got my NASM certification. I was reading on. They're saying it's good to do volume. Like
mm,
one week of just lifting heavy, next week do some volume because you don't want to overtrain your muscle and get tired, fatigued.
yeah,
But yeah, I do volume sometimes. Like let's say for example, let's say I hit chest twice a week, and the first chest day in the week I'll go heavy, and then the next chest day I'll try to go for a little more reps, just
yeah.
moderate. But yeah, I do like some of those a little bit. But
Um, so going with your push pull leg split, do you? So comparing the first push day and the second, do you do the same exercises and then just do like the difference in weight and reps, or do you like switch them out to hit like different parts of the chest? Because I know people do both sometimes.
Yeah, I do both. I definitely like I've been starting a lot of my chest workouts with like incline Smith, so I'll always do that. I've been doing that for some time, but it's definitely changed throughout the months. Like I'll always stick to a plan for some time. But sometimes I'll like try a different machine, but it'll hit the same part of the chest.
Yeah.
Or like sometimes the signature, when it gets packed, but it's like I don't want to wait like 20 minutes for a machine, so I'll do something that's similar to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, but definitely like throughout the weeks, I'll add some things in. I'll change it up just to shock the muscle.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I know. Like I know the I follow kind of like the Dorian Yates, like same exercises for X amount of months. But like that just gets boring. So like I'll switch out like you do exercises and maybe keep like one of the same, like obviously like squat, some form of squat. You got to keep it just because, but it's
Exactly.
muscle building. But yeah, I definitely switch it up because it's just I think it's the smartest way to like mix it up. All right, we'll do one more. Let's see. We'll do. You want a serious one or not so serious?
Up to you. It doesn't really matter.
Let's see. We'll go.
You do serious, honestly. Doesn't
All
matter.
right, let's see. Got that one. Do you? No, that's not a good question. Let's see. Oh, this can be a good one. Who is the biggest bodybuilder you've ever seen in person? Because I know signature.
Oh well,
Yeah,
definitely Kai Green. Kai Green he's a different breed. Kai Green. I've seen Nick Walker, Victor Martinez. His arms are just ridiculous. It's just a lot of guys out visit signature, and you're just like, man.
Have you seen Akeem Williams there?
Williams. I might have.
I went there for Easter break. I went home for a few days.
Yeah.
And I was walking in with my dad, and I was like, yeah, like there's like so many guys here, like this guy Akeem, like crazy guys from the Olympia. And right when I said that, he like walked past us. It was like, and I was like, this guy's like this wide.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
And Victor Martinez, I remember he was like doing like glute kickbacks, and his arms are just veins in his arms. I was like, that's just insane. That's just insane. We'll do one more because that was kind of an easy one I just found.
Yeah.
Do you know Terrence Ruffin, Classic Physique, right?
Terrence Ruffin, I heard of him.
I think he came second this year.
He did. Oh wait, yeah.
Rough Diesel, I think is his name on Instagram.
Yeah.
Do you think he could ever be Classic Mr. O? And if so, how?
I mean, anybody could, man. Honestly, it's just about just how hard you work, and then, of course, genetics do play a role. Some, at points, but I think he could. He just has to just continue just building muscle, man.
I feel like
what do you think about that?
I honestly think it's like if Chris Bumstead keeps going the way he is, he just has to wait until Chris Bumstead retires.
That's Chris Bumstead. C-Bum right now is at the top, and it's just It's like you saw a transformation of C-Bums. Like it's just from last year. It's just like
I was just gonna say if Terrence came second last year with how Chris was, you could have like there's an argument there like Terrence like he's keep getting better every single year, and Chris like the last 2 years like got a little bit better, but like he's still with I think he won by like 1 point with Breon.
Breon. I thought Breon was gonna come in second.
Yeah.
But it was close. It was really hard.
His look definitely changed from when he won, but like not in a bad way. Just like it's obviously he would still look good, but like from last year to this year, like you said, Chris Bumstead, it's like he got a perfect score, I think.
Wow.
Which is just insane. But because literally his back and his biceps ever since he came in was like the judges like telling him his weak points.
Right.
And obviously his back got way better. And biceps gotten better.
Right.
but yeah, it's gonna be tough. I think he's gonna be Terrace is gonna be second for. He's still gonna be pushing him for sure, and who knows if Breon's gonna go up to 212 or stay in Classic. Um,
Right.
so Chris is not gonna just win it like just by showing up. He's got to do the work like he always does.
Right.
But Terrence will be right behind him, I'm sure.
Definitely.
So you said you were there for the prejudging, right, for the Olympia?
Yeah.
So that was they did other routines then, right? Or was that for the finals? Forgot.
I think they did one more after that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, I wanted to go to show for just a show in general. I've been to one, that's like a regular NPC, but I've been wanting
Yeah.
to go to like I was gonna go to New York Pro last year, but of course COVID, they
Yeah.
moved it to Florida, and it was like you can't really go. But hopefully this year, by like maybe July, so like it doesn't get as crazy.
Right.
Because it's funny, my mom's super into it now.
Yeah. Your whole. I saw like I see your whole family always like that's pretty cool, man.
yeah, it's good. My dad's like into obviously, and like he's like, yeah, like Chris Bumstead, yeah, like who's this guy? And like Sean Clarita, obviously, he's like,
Oh, Sean Clear.
it's like anytime I work out my friends at home or at school, I'm like, you guys gotta see the guy at the gym. He's like you wouldn't believe how like he's obviously a shorter guy, but like how wide he is.
Crazy. Yeah, he worked that guy worked hard. I heard he used to get up used to do cardio at 4 a.m. like around. He used to train
Yeah,
hard, man. So well deserved.
yeah. He's definitely it's crazy the weights he's putting up for how much he weighs. Like I don't know how like
Like
he's
175 on stage around there, 178.
he's like incline benching 170s on dumbbell press. It's like
Yeah.
all right. Oh, did you see last thing? Did you see him on that red hack squat? He was doing like 12 plates or something.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm good with I do 3 and I'm like I'm good.
Yeah, 3 is like I don't know how he does that, man. That's or hack
Insane.
squats.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, I think it's about an hour. Yeah, 10:57, about an hour. Appreciate you coming on.
Oh, thank you, Greg. It was a pleasure, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. I'll probably have you on and hit you up in a few weeks. But yeah, when I get back home, I'll hit you up so we can get a little workout in finally. And I'll be
Yeah,
talking
for
about
sure,
it.
man. It's gotta happen, man.
All right.
All
Peace
right,
out, man.
Greg.